We go. Welcome back to another episode of popolitickin. This is a special edition of Wrestling underscore Hip Hop. I'm with the champ, Major League Wrestling. He's the national open weight champion right now. Suplex assassin, Alex Kane. So man,
Yeah, the suplex assassin. I'm throwing everybody. Everybody's getting thrown.
say this, I was looking like did you have a wrestling like amateur wrestling background?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you the
So
high
in
school?
college, I did freestyle and Greco. So that's where the throw, one, the efficiency in throwing people came from.
So I'm gonna say, how would you anybody listening? Because we be having aspiring pro wrestlers listening to this too. How beneficial is the amateur wrestling translate to professional wrestling?
Oh, it is. It makes life so much easier. But really, any athletic background makes learning wrestling easier because you're already coachable. Instead of you just coming in off the street like, oh, I want to do this. It may be harder for somebody to be able to coach you, but especially with the amateur wrestling, like you already know how to what they call chain wrestle. So like you already kind of have that down. Only thing you have to learn how to do is learn how to scale it back and work with someone. But once you
Mm.
have that, you're good. But definitely a mat wrestling background makes life a lot easier.
Now I was reading like you from Georgia.
Yeah, I'm from Georgia. Yeah.
All right. So how did you were you a fan of wrestling first or?
I was a fan. I was more of a fan of like the video games. I think like the first one I played was Warzone on the N64. So I was more into the video games, and then like I kind of got into uh, the action figures, and then I got into like the pyrotechnics of the show and like the sets and stuff, and then I got into the wrestling aspect of it.
Yeah, that's funny you said, man. I remember as far as the toys, man. I had Doom, but then I had Luger and Sting. Oh,
Hmm.
boy, I had some matches, boy. But I had a toy. That shit was the shit. But I'll say even and then as far as the video games, man, like I'm in like it's a lot of like sim communities now, so it's a lot of sim wrestling leagues and stuff like that, man. Like everybody, like you can make your own player. They call it a claw. Or in another league, like they let you pick who you want to, like it's WWE Universe or the Wrestling
Hmm.
Universe, so you could just pick what wrestling you want to use. So I could be like, okay, I want one of my wrestlers to be Alex Kane, and they'll let the other one be a female. So then you just pick them and let them sim and try to win the belt. So they got all this crazy shit with the games now. Like you ain't even gotta play the game no more. You just can
Nope. It's
build
I
your player and watch it.
it could just be idle now. You set it up, you hit play, and then you turn off your phone or your laptop or whatever, and come back periodically. I think it's really cool. Um, Somebody made me in a Firestar Pro not too long ago, and I thought it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I
Um,
got that game. I got that game too.
yeah, somebody I don't and somebody hit me with the shit out of nowhere. I didn't ask for it. Nobody sent me an email, nothing. Someone was just like, "Yo, we got Alex Kane in the game now."
Nah, that's
That was
hard.
pretty fire.
So what made you become want to become a pro wrestler?
What made me come? It's like from like watching and like playing the game and games and stuff. Like it's always something I wanted to do. Like it wasn't like I didn't have like any other like dreams or aspirations like past a certain point. Like when I was like 5, like I wanted to be a cop or a firefighter in the army. But like that's every kid, I think. But once I could start to kind of like really think for myself, like I saw pro wrestling and I was like, this is what I'm going to do with my life. And it's been just pro wrestling. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life ever since.
And then I know they say I was reading that you trained with AR Fox.
Yep,
Yeah, you gotta hook
the
me up
whole
with him,
Foxen
man.
show.
Yeah, he the goat, man. Like they sleeping on him. He's like really dope though. I be watching a lot of his matches. He dope. I saw y'all had a match together.
Yeah, we've had a few. I think only one has made it to the internet, but we've had a few. Um, Fox is a he's really fun to wrestle. He can literally make anybody look like $1,000,000. Hopefully in the future I can get him to do like do a date for MLW. If I can get him in the door somehow, some way, I would love to wrestle him on Major League Wrestling.
Now I meant to ask you about your like I was telling you, man, your I like that song, your theme song.
Yeah.
So is that you or is that somebody else?
No. That's a friend of mine. His name's Lacey the Great. He's a music artist. He's on Spotify and Pandora and shit. He approached me after a school show, and he was like, "Yo, I can make you a song." And I was like, "Oh, you can make me a song? I'm gonna have theme music now. Have I made it? Have I made it?" So he actually made me 2 songs. The first one was kind of like a slow tempo type deal, and I use it every now and again if I'm like a heel or something. But the one that I use now, he was like, I was like, "Yo, could you make me a second one, and like do it in your style?" And he did it in his style, and we are here. The whole world. Anytime someone hears it, they're like, "Yo, where can I get that song?" And I'm like, "Well, thankfully, I've got it on all the major streaming platforms. So if you like the song, you can go listen to the song, put it on your playlist, and frequently tag me on Twitter and be like, "Hey, I was listening to this today."
Yeah, I think I gotta holler at Lacey because that song is tight.
Yeah, it's definitely fire. Like
Got
anybody,
some like that sound like some South, like some Music Pimp C or some Southern flow on that one. I was like, okay,
man, I gave him like I wanted like the very first song that he had made me, like I wanted that like gold standard Shelton Benjamin feel to it. Didn't exactly come out to that, but I feel like the song that I have now has those vibes in it. Even though I didn't tell him that's what I wanted for that one, it still has those vibes to it.
And then I guess I was gonna ask you. So how would you? So Alex Kane, how would you describe yourself to the people as far as a
man?
rep?
Alex Kane is a legitimate badass. I am a legitimate badass. I can actually whoop your ass. Will I? Maybe not. I'm a nice guy. But I think the best way to describe Alex Kane is like with as far as like style goes, I'm a power technician. So I can get down there on the mat and wrestle with you. I can wrestle with the best of them. And when I find my opening, I'm going straight to the power. So I'm throwing you around as many times as I possibly can until you stop getting up.
So, and then I saw it's like you've been grinding for a while. You started like, 2018, 17?
2018.
So how long you think, like, far as, how do you feel far as your rise from where you started to where you're at now?
Man, I honestly, I'm extremely grateful because I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly. I thought it was going to take like 7, 8 years for me to get here. And the fact that I've gotten here in 3 is insane to me. Because like, yeah, I put in the work and I continue to put in the work, to, be the best that I possibly can be. But for it to have happened so fast, is pretty dope to me. So like I was talking to one of my old managers yesterday, and I went from fucking getting beaten up by 2 baby faces. I was the man. I think I was more of a tweener at the show, and the owner and his buddy or whatever were supposed to be baby faces, but they were really acting like heels, and it was weird. And I went from like doing the job to them every week because I didn't have a choice because I didn't at the time I didn't have a whole lot of places to wrestle. And then to now last week I was wrestling in Mexico in front of 5,000 people.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Keep doing your thing. I was gonna ask you about so like suplex assassin. So even like I hear like when I think of that name, like I think about Taz, even the Steiners, Kurt Angle, even like you said, Shelton Benjamin. So what made you want to be the suplex assassin? I guess.
Man, so there was this promotion called Evolve
Mm.
before the pandemic. So you know what Evolve is. And they used to do like these tryouts when they would come to your city, and they came to Atlanta, and I did their tryout, and like I thought my performance was fine or whatever. I thought it was fine. Apparently not. The Gabe Sapolsky, like in through email, ripped into me and basically like shit on everything that I did. Um, but the one thing that he said that really stuck with me is that I didn't have a character. And he was right. I didn't have a character. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. Because, like, some people will tell you, like, hey, you can just be a guy or whatever, and, you know, you can wrestle well, and that could just be your thing. But as time has gone on, I've learned that you do need a character. It doesn't need to be something necessarily super over the top or anything like that, but something that you can identify with and something that other people can identify with within how you act and how you carry yourself. So I was racking my brain, like, what could my character be? I want to suplex people, but I can't be Brock Lesnar. Um, where am I gonna go with this? So I was playing, I think it was like 2K, I want to say 17, 18, one of the two,
Mm.
probably 18. And I was creating myself in the game, and I was trying to put like names together, names together, and I saw the assassin up there on the little selection screen, and I was like, suplex assassin. That sounds cool. That sounds pretty dope. I Googled it, I searched it all over social media, made sure nobody else had thought about this. And then I was like, I'm running with this. And that day, I think that week we did like a school show, and I was like, announce me as this, and it's just stuck like glue.
Then I know, so I know you when you came in MLW, you was with American Top Team.
Mm-hmm.
Now recently, you they say you left them and you got your own thing. Boombaye.
Yep.
Speaking of Boombaye, you see back there.
Yep.
Boombaye. Even I got Thriller Manila back here too. Yeah, I got Thriller Manila up here earlier. Yeah,
It's dope.
but yeah, what was your decision behind that? Because American Top Team is pretty, it's pretty prestigious.
It's pretty prestigious. I guess like the best way I can put it is like, because there's no hard feelings or anything like that. Like, me and Dan are cool. Um, he's been like doing his thing in AEW, and I haven't been able to, I don't know, really keep in touch with him because he's been so busy. Um, and and I kind of thought to myself, like, I need to like forge my own path. Like, yes, he got me in the door, like he negotiated my contract, but I think now to really elevate myself to where I want to be, I need to like break away and do my own thing, blaze my own trail. Um, so that's where the idea of the Bumaye Fight Club came in. Something that is mine, that I can use to help mold myself and the other people that I bring in to the fold.
And then you was talking about you wrestled in Mexico earlier. So was that a part of the Aztec Underground? I know he said they're gonna have a couple episodes coming up from Mexico.
Yeah. It'll be a part of that that deal. It's the next series.
Yeah, I was happy to see Caesar on here because I'm a big fan. I still watch Lucha Underground, so I was happy when I saw him on here, man. And then I was even happy when I saw how they brought out Jeff Cobb, but how they had him first in the Lucha Underground shit.
Yeah.
That shit. Like I don't know, man. Like Major League Wrestling, I think for a long time they've been doing it right. People ain't. I think a lot of people just ain't watching like they should, but that shit be hard to me.
I say this all the time, and it's not just because he's my boss, but Court Bauer is a fucking genius. That man is a fucking genius. Um, like he's definitely doing wrestling the right way. Because there You got the entertainment aspect and you got the real fight sport aspect of it, and he's bridging those two gaps. So it's not like a bunch of like super silly shit or whatever that doesn't make any sense. But like you could still watch certain segments and maybe get a laugh or a chuckle out of it.
Yeah,
I feel like MLW is covering all of the bases that need to be covered in professional wrestling.
That's what's up. And then I will say, what do you like? Is there anything you like to do outside of wrestling besides video games?
Yeah, no, not really. Just video games. Well, I used to say working out, but working out's become a job at this point. It's not even a hobby anymore. But yeah, really just video games. I'm a pretty simple human being.
Then what are your like? What do you see yourself like? If you can just write out your dreams in pro wrestling, what would it be?
Man, I think I don't want to think too far, but like I would like to say within 3 years to become MLW heavyweight champion, or if not beating whom maybe it's Hammerstone. I don't know who it is. Maybe whoever it is. Um, at least being in the running for that championship and being booked all over the world is another thing.
Then I say, so is it gonna just be right now? I know it's you and like what's the other guy name again?
Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, so is it gonna be anybody else? Oh, you was trying to add Calvin, so y'all gonna keep recruiting to add more people?
No, we're gonna. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna keep recruiting. I mean, I've always got my eye out. I can't tell you who I have my eye on, but there's definitely space to expand the brand.
And then speaking of that, I want to say I know MLW now they have like basically like open door policy trying to bring in anybody to wrestle. So who would be some people you would like to wrestle if they like just dream matches that they can bring in that you would like to wrestle? You were saying AR Fox earlier.
Fox would be a cool one. Karrion Cross would be fun. Shane Strickland. Hopefully they bring Jeff Cobb back because I want to wrestle him. Josh Alexander. I don't. Josh Alexander. That'd be cool.
Impact. He's a beast though. He be doing his thing.
I had a match with him set, but the show got canceled. I was sad. Lee Moriarty, fucking Dale Garcia, Trisha Dora, Masha Slamovich. I think that's it. I think those are my dream matches. Yeah.
You said you want to fight Trisha Dora?
Yeah.
Why you want to fight her?
Cause she the world champ.
That's it. She probably get your ass though. No, yeah, she did get. They said they. I saw that they said they acknowledged her belt as like a national, like the professional PWI or something. They acknowledged the national championship. I was like, oh, that's dope right there. I see she was doing her thing.
World champion.
Yeah, I saw her. I think I heard about her first on the For the Culture thing. You ever heard about the For the Culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, those shits is hard, man. I like those. I think like what I do like, I see a lot. It's like I don't know, maybe it's different. Cause I grew up in the '80s, but it seems like it's way more black wrestlers than when I grew up. So
I think there's always been a lot of black wrestlers, but majority of them never got to be on like the never got to be on like the main platform or any kind of platform. Because I'm still learning that there were multiples like even before like my time. But like especially now with Righteous Reg doing the Black Wrestling 500, like now like how many people are out here. Because like before he put that together, like I didn't even know there were that many of us out there.
Yeah. Y'all gonna say, did you? Man, I've been it's a wrestler. Like, I didn't know like when he was in WWF, he was cool, But man, like if you look at Junkyard Dog when he was in like Mid South Wrestling, bro, that dude looked like fucking man. He was so damn cut, man. I was like, damn, Junkyard Dog looked like that. Like, but I was like, so why he never went to like he never had the belt or nothing in WWE? But I was like, but Mid South, cause I be watching a lot of Mid South, but that shit was You ever watch Mid South Wrestling?
I have not.
Man, you gotta watch that shit, man. That shit's so raw. Cause it was like Bill Watts, so it was like 80s, but it got everybody on there from back in the day, like Paul Orndorff, Randy Orton dad on there, Junkyard Dog, just a lot of old school people. So I like watching that shit, man. Which one do you like watching?
I mean, I think when I first started, I watched a lot of wrestling. Now I think I've kind of gotten to the point to where unless it's like an episode that I'm on or like something that I'm interested in, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Like I literally sat down for the first time Wednesday and watched Dynamite in full.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really watch WWE that much. I don't even watch NXT anymore. So if it's not MLW, and especially if it's not an MLW episode that I'm on, I'm probably not watching.
Yeah, the NXT, man, they messed that shit all the way up with that 2.0. I don't know what that was about, but it ain't the same no more now. Nobody, I don't think a lot of people don't really like it no more.
No, not at all.
All right, man. I'm saying, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Buy my merchandise. That'd be nice. Like you can have my face or my designs on your person. I just opened a store on brainbustertees.com. I'll probably be on Pro Wrestling Tees for a little bit longer. I'm gonna shut that store down. Follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kane11. Instagram, the real Alex Kane, and TikTok, the real Alex Kane.
But how did they buy your merch?
Go to brainbustertees.com. Type in Alex Kane. My picture will pop up. You click on my name, and I've got several designs on there. This one's on there also.
Okay. All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politics with me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. I had to ask you about rap. You a hip hop fan?
Yeah. It kind of sucks that I just now got into him. Rest in peace. But Young Dolph, I've like heavily started listening to him.
Oh, huh?
Yeah, and then I think Key Glock is also somebody I've been listening to heavily. So I've been back and forth on those two.
So what song you listen to before your match?
I don't listen to anything before a match. I think the thing that gets me hype is hearing the intro to my song.
All right, man. We out. You want to hit them with your social media one more time?
No, I'm good.